Education Conference and called it Successes and Challenges. Some federations are doing a good job. A lot of federations can do a much better job of using the opportunities of school chess. This is just to explain the title. I have here with me the man who has made all this possible. He's a former chess professional. He went into the chess business, selling everything around chess, organizing chess events, consulting chess organizers elsewhere, and 4 years ago he has found money, substantial money, to create a charity that is doing great things in the UK. Of course, you know, I'm speaking of chess in schools and communities, the organization which is also behind this festival, which brings you the London Chess Classic. And please welcome with me the man who made this possible. It's Pein.
Thank you, Stefan. I have to say that I don't know whether he introduced himself, but actually this conference is actually Stefan's idea. So in fact I really need to give you a vote of thanks, because I wouldn't have thought of the idea on my own. Yes, I certainly used to sell lots of things in chess, but I found that the easiest thing to sell is actually the great things that chess does for children. I've had a lot more success selling that idea than I ever had selling Fritz or chess base. So welcome to the first conference. I'm delighted to actually have a conference of this nature in England. It's actually the first conference ever in England. There was a conference in Scotland quite a long time ago. You can still see some of the papers that were presented there. It was held in Aberdeen, I think. But this is certainly by far the biggest conference on chess and education that's ever been in Britain, and I'm delighted to have it as part of the 5th London Chess Classic. Those of you who've been before will know roughly the setup, but what I should just mention is that you're very welcome, as well as enjoying the conference today and tomorrow, to also take part in any of the events that are happening around the building. When Stefan said to me that he wanted to run a conference, I tried to think of what would be the most beneficial outcome for us all. And I realised that actually we so rarely get the chance to get together. I mean, in other professional areas there are always conferences of different types, but chess and education, there are hardly ever any gatherings of people. I was very privileged to attend one that Stefan organised in Vienna. Was it last year? Yeah, which was great. But generally speaking, we almost never gather. We almost never gather together to exchange ideas, which professionals in any area have to do. And one of the things we've done in the programme is put everybody's contact information on the back. And I really feel that once this conference is over, I mean, the best thing, we're going to learn all sorts of incredible things that are going on in other countries. We're going to share our experiences in chess and education. But what I really want is I want this thing to reverberate afterwards. I want there to be lots of communication. I want relationships to be formed. We should try and visit each other if we can. Heathrow isn't always closed, at least closed this morning. We should try and visit each other if we can, and we should above all communicate. So that's what I'd like to facilitate the most this weekend. We also have, as you'll see, Stefan will explain more, a Twitter account which I think will continue to run after the conference is finished. Stefan, you've brought together the most amazing group of speakers with so many diverse things to say about chess. We've got people who are experts in research, we've got people who are teaching chess in every school in their country, we've got people who've developed different ways of using chess, and they come from all over the world. We've got people from Armenia, which I have to say, I really agree with the BBC programme made about Armenia, which focused in about your chess, which was called Armenia, the Cleverest Nation on Earth. A wonderful programme, and I'm sure they were right. We've got Marissa van der Merwe from South Africa, who's going to explain mini chess. I urge you all to come to that, because I'm very excited about that. That's something revolutionary that we should, I know we can try and implement it here as well. And we've got people from Sweden. We've got Yoncho Garcia from Spain, who does incredible work on chess in education. He promotes tournament chess, he promotes chess in education, and he also promotes social chess, which is a new term for me, but in fact in Spanish it's just social chess, but when I try to explain it in English I had to use about 5 or 6 words. But it's chess essentially for the public benefit, so it's chess used to treat ADHD, it's chess used to help drug addicts, it's chess used in a variety of social contexts, and I'm really looking forward to hear what he's got to say. And we also have, I'm delighted to say, we have an academic from Cambridge University coming to talk to us today. And I'll be really interested to hear what her research is going to look at. Some of you might know that Chess in Schools and Communities has been awarded a grant by the Education Endowment Foundation to research the effects of teaching chess in their 5th year at school. And this is actually the biggest research project on chess ever undertaken. And we're very much looking forward to seeing the results of that, but they won't come out for a couple of years. And you can see information about that on both the Education Endowment Foundation website and also our website. But I'm very, very excited because I'm hoping that there are all sorts of interventions that one can do in school, and I suppose I'm naive enough or optimistic enough to expect that the chess intervention will show a positive result. But what really interests me in a way is how it will compare with other interventions. I had a very interesting conversation with Grandmaster Kevin Spraggett once from Portugal, and he said, well, yes, you know, he said, my wife's done some research and she's found that if you teach children bingo, it also helps. Which doesn't surprise me, you know, doing bingo. I remember playing bingo with my kids, it didn't do any harm to them for their arithmetic at all. But it's, in a sense, it's how this research is going to come out relative to other interventions that really interest me. So, just to sum that up really, welcome to London for those of you who've travelled, welcome to the London Chess Classic for those of you who are going to enjoy some of the actual chess being played. I hope that lots of new relationships are formed. I hope that we all communicate with each other afterwards, and please above all, have a great and stimulating time. Thanks very much.